I'm not sure what I'm doing today with the coffee because I usually do the same thing. I grinded the same way. Maybe I slipped a bean or two extra in there, but it tastes really good. This is a new bag of coffee, but this is the same style that I get from the same roastery. Maybe they roasted it different, who knows, but it tastes rustic. That's the only thing that comes to mind. If any of you coffee out there people know what that even means, that's just the only thing I can say about it. It tastes fantastic. Welcome back to yet another video of me camping with the van, outside the van, all the van related stuff. If you're new to the channel, my name is Stefan and I've been traveling in this van for a while now. I built it myself. Lately I haven't been able to travel because it's been windy in California and there have been some unfortunate incidents. During the winter, the sun is pretty low and it's not out very long, even here in California. So if I'm gonna be camping for more than one night, which I am today, and I'm always trying to use just the electric, since I've invested to install it, I'd rather use electric than use butane or propane because once it's gone, I'll have to go buy. So what happens on a good day, when the batteries are in prime temperature, if I choose to only charge from my alternator when I'm driving, my charge controller is supposed to be able to charge around 50 amps. I've never seen it go that high, but I have seen it go as much as 42 amps, which kind of translates in over 600 watts. And yes, I will turn on the heater in the van in the morning so I can get it hot in here where the batteries are, and then they'll be happier to get more charge in. If I do have the extra solar panels, I don't mind putting them out and getting as much energy in as I can, and I can point them exactly where they need to be. Before I plug them in, I was getting minus 12 just from the solars on the top of the roof. Also because I'm charging my laptop and the fridge was running. After I plugged in my portable solars, so I was getting plus 120 watts in. So they're very handy to have. They don't take a lot of space, not super heavy, and they're 200 watts. I've been so happy to have these as part of my journeys. There's a bee that wants to get in here. Hey, 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 not in here, not in here. Get out, get out, get out. We have nothing for you here. Don't call the other bees, okay? Okay. She's gonna call the other bees. I figured that would be a good scenario to explain how I actually use my electrical in real time. That being said, my Induction cooktop has all these 3 settings. I've said it in the past, which is great for van life because you can basically switch how much power you pull out of your batteries. So it has a button when you can go from 600 watts to 900 watts to 1300 watts. For the most cooking that I can, I'll use the 600. Unless I have to boil some water, then it takes a little bit longer. Right now, as we speak, I do have a 2000 watt inverter. My microwave takes about 1400 watts, so it's right at the limit. In theory, I can run the induction cooktop and the microwave at the same time. Never tried it because I don't want to blow the fuse and have to replace it. In the future, because of that scenario alone, I may have a different inverter installed. You have to stay tuned for that though. I said too much. I said too much. Parkour! Alright, so I'm going to be cooking outside because tikka masala, I don't want all that smell inside. And you remember that bit earlier? When I'm gonna start cooking, they're gonna come around and I don't want them to go in there and I don't see them, and then at the end of the night there's gonna be bees in the van and I don't even know they're in there. So I put up the bug screen that I made. You can see that in another video if you want to see it. All right, well, let's give this a test. Looks really good. A little bit of coriander or cilantro, same thing. Yep. Notes? All right, it's got a lot of spices in there, which is what this dish is. Definitely not traditional because I don't use chicken. I use tofu and mushrooms. Chickpeas, I'm not really sure if people put chickpeas in it. But I use what I have in the van. Whatever I carry, I get creative and make stuff happen. Sometimes it turns out okay, sometimes it doesn't. But this one did. This one's pretty good. Threw some avocado on there because I used one yesterday. I don't want it to go bad. And then I have hard-boiled eggs. I want to use those as well. That's how this dish came together. Even though I had the tikka masala sauce, A lot of the recipes ask for a lot of garlic. That's why I chop so much garlic. One of the recipes says like 12 garlic cloves. Hopefully with this mic, you either hear me or you don't, because it's been working off and on. I think the connection to the iPhone is just not very good or finicky. Man, you know, I've been having problems with the microphones forever. I just hope this one did better. And we'll see in this video if you can even hear me. Notes for the next time I make something like this. Instead of the diced tomatoes, I might just use tomato sauce. I just remembered I don't really like chunky tomatoes in my food. I started with 83% battery when I started cooking on the cooktop, and it took me about half an hour, to be honest with you, all in all. On a 600 watt pull, yeah, I think that's what kids call it these days, I finished with 80%. So it only took 3% of my battery draw, but keep in mind the solars were out pulling power in at the same time. So again, this is a real life scenario. It's not something that you see on paper. This is how it works. So kind of wanted to show you guys a bit of that. Right, I'm definitely going outside a bit because it's too early. I don't want to be in the van this early. It's crazy to me. But it is cold. So, get a little sweater. This actually is perfect because the back of the van is facing where the sun was beating, and this thing's warm. I wish I could say it was a trick that I knew. I just learned that right now. So next time I know. Well, this is it. Check out this video if you want to see more van life related stuff. Thank you for coming along, as always, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.